coloring is really weird, y'all, but we're just gonna work with it. Hey y'all, what is up? It is Marissa Nicole here, and welcome back to my drifting desk where I help you conquer college. My big YouTube ideas notebook and I are back for yet another back to school video because school starts in like 4 days. Yay. Since school starts really soon for me, I'm sure it starts kind of soon for at least all of y'all, so I wanted to give you a video on some tips and tricks to do for your first week of classes to make sure things are running a little smooth. But before we get into the video, please consider subscribing down below if you're new to my channel. We have tons of fun here. If at any time throughout this video you learned something new or you agree with something that I said, please give this video a thumbs up. That way I know that you liked it and that it was helpful for y'all. And without further ado, let's get into it. So let's imagine it is the first day of class. What do? One, you need to double check your schedule. Make sure that you know where you're going and all of your classes are where they said they were. Because I can speak from experience, my freshman year, I went to the wrong class for my first class ever of college ever. Because I was going off of a schedule that was posted in like July, thinking that it was still gonna be the same. And by the way, if you ever hear any whining or you see a little head pop up out of nowhere, this is Simon. I'm house sitting for this family and this is their cute little 15-week-old puppy. I'm sure you saw Simon in other videos because the twins want you to follow him on Instagram. Also on the first day of classes, you should probably introduce yourself to your professor. That way they know who you are because you want to get on their good side early just in case, you know, when we get down the line and you're like 0.01 away from getting an A, they kind of remember your face and your name, and when you ask for some help, you know, they'll be more inclined to help you. This next tip I always do, whether or not it's the first week of class, first day of class, and that is to sit up front. And that's just because I am more focused when I sit up front because the professor's right in front of me, so I'm less likely to get on my phone or to surf the web and stuff like that, and to talk with other students around me who are also doing the same thing. During your first week, I highly recommend going out with some friends and just exploring campus, you know, walking around, just seeing where the buildings are, not necessarily your class buildings, but just going to see areas of campus, know where things are. That way, if people want to meet you somewhere, you know where they want to meet you. What makes exploring campus so much more fun is my next point, and that is to make friends your first week. You know, leave your door open in your dorm, have people walk by, say hi to them, go walk through your dorm room, your hall, meet people in your hall, meet people in the whole dorm, stop at the front desk, talk to the OAs, which are the office assistants, and just be friendly, make friends. My favorite tip that I can give y'all, only because you know that I love planning and planners and everything along those lines, is to copy your syllabi into your planner. That way you have all of your dates in one spot. This reduces the risk of you missing an assignment or forgetting something that goes along with the class because everything is in one spot rather than 5 different syllabi and online, yada yada yada. If you need help or guidance with how to do that, please check my bullet journaling spreads for students video. I will link it up in the cards up above. That way you can see kind of how I set up my bullet journal this year for school and where I'm gonna put all of these things that I'm telling you in my bullet journal. After I've written all of my stuff down into my planner for my syllabi, this is just a me personal thing, but I like to start early and just start getting some assignments done before they're due. That way when stuff starts to come along, if other things pop up in my schedule, I'm not cramming to get everything done. During your first week of classes, do not buy any textbooks. Even if your syllabi says that you're gonna need a textbook, don't believe it. Wait till your professor tells you that you need the book. And even then, still check your syllabi as well, because I've had professors say, oh, this book is required, we're gonna be reading out of it. And then I check my syllabi and there's no homework, assignments, tests, or anything that's going to be involving the book. So why would I buy the book? I didn't. I honestly wouldn't even recommend buying school supplies your first week either. I would just take a notebook and a pen to each class and write down what you would possibly need. Something that I always tell to people, my friends, you know, family, anything like that, is if you don't know where you're going, you'll never get there. So my number one thing that I like to do at the beginning of each semester or school year is to make goals for myself. That way I know where I want to be at the end of the year or the semester. That way I have kind of a roadmap of how to get there. During your first week of classes, just get ready, put yourself together, and be excited to go to class. I don't mean like dress to the nines or anything like that, wearing heels to class. I just mean don't roll out of bed and wear your pajamas to class, because it's the first week. At least start off strong. It just makes you feel a little bit better about yourself. If you dress for success, it helps. I promise you. It's like a life hack. Also, for your first week of classes, you should probably eat breakfast every day just because it gets you ready for the day. I want you guys to start off the semester really strong and start good habits at the beginning instead of trying to pick them up in the middle. To go along with this habits thing, like I just said, is to get enough sleep starting from the beginning. Get your body on a routine early. That way your body knows what's going on every day. My last tip for you to apply during your first week of classes is to enjoy it. Have fun. Go out there. Like I said, meet people, explore campus, decorate your dorm room all cute. Just be ready and have fun with your first week, your first semester, your first year, whether this is your first week of your first year or your first week of your last year. If you're an upperclassman watching this video and you have any other tips for my incoming freshmen for their first week of classes, please post them down below. That way we can help each other out. And as always, if you have any questions, you can also post those down below and I'll be happy to answer them. Someone else will be happy to answer them. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you found any of this helpful or you liked any of my tips, please please give this video a thumbs up. That way I know that you liked it. And also consider subscribing down below and clicking the little notification bell. That way you get notified every time I post a new video. And with school starting soon, like I said at the beginning, only 4 days left for me. I hope that y'all have a good first week. Thanks for watching. Bye.